my name is Andres Leon. I am the General Manager of Levil Technology, and today we will be talking about compact CNC milling machines.
Can you tell us a little bit about what your role at Levil is? You say General Manager, which is very general, so what do you do?
I help the guys down at the CNC department. I help the guys over at the assembly area. I help the guys over at the wiring, testing. I mainly focus on R&D, making new machines, making changes to old machines, updating diagrams, drawings, you name it, I make it, or I do it.
Okay, and what's the favorite part of your day?
Favorite part of my day would be when I actually take months designing something, testing, and I finally get to make it on the machine and I do the final test and it actually works. So I wouldn't say it's a favorite part of the day, it's a favorite part of the process.
That's a great answer. So again, obviously I'm a little bit biased. I know exactly what Levil Technology does, but could you let the people at home know what we do here?
Levil Technology makes CNC machines that are small footprint, but very capable systems. They run, we have entry-level systems for education, and we also have systems for industry, focusing mainly on the R&D departments or small part manufacturing.
And what makes these machines so unique?
They mainly would be their size. There are very few machines that are comparable in size that have the same capabilities. We make very precise machines that have a different range of abilities in materials. We have made parts in tool steels, hardened steel, so it's a wide range of materials that our systems can do that many others cannot.
So you say small machines, but are they able to make real parts?
Oh, quite so. Believe it or not, I would say 50% of the parts out in the world are very small. We just don't notice because they are part of an assembly that makes part of a larger system. So imagine a car, for example. A car cannot be made in a small machine. Parts of it might be made in a bigger machine, but if you disassemble that car, there's hundreds, if not thousands of parts that can be made in our machines.
You just mentioned one use for the machine could be in, an automotive factory, but what other uses, practical uses or industries could the machines be used in?
Ooh, the medical, aerospace, marine. The machines don't have a specific field. It's just the parts that you need to make. So if whatever field you are in, as long as you can think of a part that can fit in our machine, the machine can make it.
So you told us a little bit about Levil, but let's learn a little bit more about you. So how did you get started in the CNC world?
My dad has been in the CNC world since I can remember. I would spend weekends at the shop with him. He taught me how to read and write G-code when I was, I want to say, 8, 9 years old. I remember writing my name in G-code just to practice. One of my science fairs in elementary school included making a robot that ran out using G-code. So I've been in it since I was a little kid. When I was in high school, I started working part-time for my dad running the CNC machine. Then once I graduated college, I started working full-time. And once we grew, I had people under me and I taught them how to do G-code and how to run the machines.
That's awesome. What's a common misconception that you think people may have about your products that you would like to correct?
Many people think of our products as inferior because of their size. When they're used to the big machines, powerful machines, and they see ours and they see it as a incapable system. But with the changes of technology over time, our machines are using the newer technology, newer toolpaths that allow our systems to run very efficiently, cutting very rapidly, and even beating the times of a machine that was running 20 years ago, making the same part.
What's the coolest thing you've ever manufactured?
The coolest thing that everyone always wants to do is a 5-axis part, and the typical part that people make is the impeller for a turbo system. I finally did that. I was very proud. But I would say that it's not the coolest part I ever made. If anything, I would say making a 5-axis machine was the coolest thing I have ever made.
That's
so I designed the machine, I built it, I tested it, and then I made the impeller out of that machine.
That's a great answer to that question. We'll ask one more before we move on to our viewer questions. What's a tip you would give to someone out there that's thinking about starting CNC machining as a career?
I would say the best thing to do in an operator point of view, a programmer point of view, is learn the G code by heart. Know what the codes are. Because once you get the codes down, running a CNC machine is fairly simple. Depending on the programming style that each machine uses, you might have to switch a few things here and there, but the basics are the same. So learn those, and then the rest will come in with no problems.
Awesome. So we put out a post and we got some questions about what do people want to know about CNC machines and 3D printing. Would you mind helping me answer a few of them? So one question is, how do you make money with a CNC machine?
So that's a loaded question. Many people almost everyone will say that the machine needs to be running or else you're not making money, which is true. You have to, if the machine is not running, you're not gonna be making money. But the way you run it is very important. You have to make a study of what your capabilities are as a programmer, machinist, what the machine can do, and then what the part is or what the client wants the part to be. As long as you can do all of those things comfortably, I would say take that job and run it as fast as possible, as efficiently as possible. And that's how you make money. Never take jobs that are out of your depth or out of the capabilities of the machine, because you're just gonna lose money that way.
And you time for one more?
Sure.
Let's do, how are CNC machines programmed? I think you kind of alluded a little bit to that, but
there's 3 ways. The most basic way is hand writing a program. If you're proficient enough and the part that you're going to make is simple enough, that is a quick, easy way to do it. Obviously, when you have parts that require a lot of different features, then handwriting is just going to take too long. It's not going to be efficient. You move on to either a conversational program or a CAM software. Conversational usually comes with the machine on the control, and it's basically a how-to guide. It'll ask you a series of questions. Where do you want the holes to go? How wide do you need the holes to be? And the speeds of the tool. You input those, you answer the questions, and the G code gets made automatically. Or in the CAM software, it'll basically be the same thing, but it involves a little more drawing of the part, selecting different tools and such. But in the end, the best option will be a CAM software. It will solve all your problems.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your help with that, and thanks for taking time out of, I know, your very busy schedule to come and talk with me.
No problem. It's always a pleasure.
If people want more information about you or Levil Technology, where should they go?
They should go to www.leviltechnology.com or you can reach us at 407-542-3971.
I'm impressed you know the phone number by heart.